some more on the Talmud of Emmanuel, and he says, the law of the emperor and the law of God are human laws and are intended to maintain law and order among the people. But the laws of creation are the laws of life and the spirit, and therefore they are eternal and constant. So this is kind of how I viewed God's laws as well, that they tie into how an emperor is viewed. That the emperor basically chose himself among the people, or the people chose him, depending on how it worked back then. So I don't know how the first emperor came to be, but after that first emperor was either chosen or chose himself, then that bloodline continued, and further along, no one got to pick who their king was. It was just a bloodline that continued to rule over, passing on the role of king to the next generation that came to exist. So back in the day, that's how it worked, and now this day and age, we choose, the people vote on who they want to be their emperor, president, whatever you want to call it. But still, what is the emperor's role back in the day and today is to maintain law and order, to make sure people abide by the rules and don't infringe on other people's livelihood or anything of that sort. So just like how we have a system in place, whether we chose it to begin with and whether we choose it now to continue to buy into that system, authority figures to make sure that we are abiding by the rules, or else there's consequences and punishment to our actions. And because we voted them in now, we allow them to make up new rules, change bills, change laws in order to fit what they think the people want. But it's like they're changing the rules and making these things legal, illegal, based on the fact that they were appointed the person that we chose. So if the first emperor started by just choosing to be the emperor without the people picking him as being the emperor, then that would be the same way that God operated, because God chose himself to be the ruler over the human lineages to maintain law and order. Like he said, that's similar to an emperor. So because he created the human lineages and gave us this advanced consciousness through our DNA and bloodline, he feels that he is the ruler over us. Those are the reasons why he has chosen to be the ruler over us. And he's created laws and a system, just like the emperor and those in power today have created a system that's dated back for centuries of what we must abide by. But the rules change constantly of what's acceptable and what's not acceptable based on how the times are changing.